Hey everyone, it's Claudia, and welcome to Take a Moment to pause with purpose. And the just represent the new topic that I bring to you each and every week that I hope will give you a moment to pause and think about what I'm saying and maybe even be provoked to tweak perspective just a little bit, because sometimes even the smallest changes we make can have a long-lasting impact. Each week I come to you completely dependent on the Lord. I believe the Holy Spirit flows through me, and I expect the Lord to show up and show off. And I show up at the computer and I just wait. I have no idea what I'm going to say. The Lord will download a topic to me, and as I said, I was like, I don't know. So it's a surprise to you as much as it is to me. But I know that I know in my heart that the Lord will use a message to bless you as He pours through me. For those that are new, I welcome you. For those that are been with me for a while, I thank you for your continued support and encouragement. Uh, I know this is not just for me, I'm sure it's for you too, but we've been in a time of change, times of transition, transformation, but also discovery. It can be unnerving. It can be very stressful sometimes because we just don't have our footing and we don't know what's going on. But that's where the trust comes in, and we have to trust the Lord that we are with Him and we are in His will and we are asking Him to guide us, which He does. Then everything's going to be okay, even though we might be going through a difficult time. You can find me on my YouTube channel, Take a Moment to pause with purpose, and on podcast stations such as Apple and Spotify, Take a Moment to pause with purpose. So I ask you to like, subscribe, and share. That would mean a lot. It would help grow the channel. But also feel free to comment. I'm enjoying the comments and the dialogue back and forth. So this week is take a moment to wake up your metabolism. This may seem like a little bit of a different topic than I normally do, but I feel that it's time. Um, for those that are new, this is, I wear many hats. I am an actress, I'm a writer, a published author, I'm a playwright. But one thing I also do is I am a certified metabolic health coach. And I did not plan to be a metabolic health coach. I did not. But I feel it's time to go into more depth because this is burning in me, and I feel it's time to talk about it. I have had a journey with my health, and someone who I've always cared about the way I look. And but going back into childhood, I always had a poor self-image of myself. I always thought I was fat, even though I wasn't. And it was a time of, the skinny models and, skin on bones kind of thing. And I wasn't. Had a curvy figure, and I always felt I was square peg in a round hole, and I was ugly. I just didn't fit in. But it just was difficult for me to accept myself as who I am, who I was. And but I always looked well. I always enjoyed putting myself together well. I dressed well. And I worked in the beauty industry for over 20 years. I was in the marketing industry, marketing part of the business. And I always made sure I looked well. But let's see, now it's over 30 years ago. I was living in a part of the country that I did not know had very bad air quality. And I was sick all the time. I was had sinus infections and constant colds, and it was horrible. And I just wanted to feel better. And the doctors, they gave me medication. Well, I did not know that I was taking steroids every day for 4 years, and it seriously impacted my health. I blew up like a balloon. I almost went blind. I developed glaucoma in both eyes. That is a side effect of steroids. I tore tendons and ligaments in my body. My thyroid was affected. My metabolism became so sluggish. I couldn't lose a pound in a year, let alone, what I'm going to talk about. And it was very frustrating. I felt it was a futile effort. I tried every program known to mankind. Nothing worked for me. I did buddy systems with friends, and the two of us didn't even know what we were doing. But, as I figured if we had the support, we would be okay. But no, we just didn't lose anything. But it was always about weight loss. It was not about focusing on total health. Well, in 2023, I felt prompted by the Lord to go to a conference here in California. And there was a seminar, and I went, and there was a woman in the seminar along with the pastor of this church, and she started talking about her adrenal glands crashed, and she almost died. But she found this program, and it saved her life, and she became a coach right away because she saw the benefits of it with other people. And I was a brat. I literally folded my arms and said, "Get me out of here. I've heard it all. Leave me alone." But I got prompted to contact her. And like I said, I did not want to. It's like, I can't take another disappointment. I've tried it all. Well, I did reach out to her and we had a long conversation. And I broke down and cried. And I said, I have no hope left. Gosh, I'm going to get emotional. There's a lot of history here. Okay, I'm summarizing this in a very short amount of time. There's a lot of history. And I cried. And I said, I don't have any hope left. And she said, let me be your hope for a month. Fine, fine. You know, well, in 1 month, oh my goodness, I lost 10 pounds. Again, the focus was on weight loss. It wasn't on overall health. But I did notice changes in my health. I had suffered with acid reflux, and that was gone within 2 weeks. My clothes were getting bigger. I was getting more energy. I was sleeping better. And I got so excited. I went on social media, and I am a very private person. I know those who follow me will go, "You're really?" This has been a progression of how vulnerable I am on this podcast with everything that I talk about. But for me to go on social media and talk about the weight I was losing and showing my shirts and how big they were, I was crying on camera on the videos that I was doing, and people who knew me know that you don't do this kind of stuff. Well, I had gone to a conference, another conference, and people know me, and they said, "Claudia, are you losing weight?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, I am." And they started to talk to me, and they wanted to know what I was doing. Well, my coach said, "Claudia, well, why don't you become a coach? If you're going on social media and people want to know what you're doing, become a coach and help them." It's like, no, 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 no. Well, it took just a little bit of prompting, and I said, "Fine, sure, I'll do this too." It has been the most rewarding 2 years of my life. The fact that I took my health back and now I'm helping other people to take their health back. Now, as I said, this is not a diet, this is a health program, and it's about the metabolism. And we are not educated in our metabolism. I really believe that because I'm learning. I mean, this is all new to me. I mean, I knew my metabolism was sluggish, but I didn't know how to wake it up. I didn't know how to reset it. I didn't know what to do until this program came into my life, and now it is the only program that can make the proprietary claims that we actually reverse metabolic dysfunction. Now, I'm going to show you, believe I can do this. I'm going to show you my before and after. I lost 60 pounds in 8 months, and I'm going to share this picture with you. It's my before and after. And this was me. On day one, when I started the program, this is me. And then this is 60 pounds lighter. And I have been able to maintain this weight loss. And how am I been able to do it? Because people go on diets and then boom, they put it all back in a matter of a couple of months, couple of years, whatever it is. But I have learned the habits of health. I have learned how to eat. I have learned how to keep my metabolism firing on cylinders. And I have been able to wake up my metabolism. So, what I have learned and what I'm going to share with you is the symptoms of metabolic dysfunction. Now, if you're feeling tired, if you've got cravings, if you are having trouble sleeping, these are the beginning signs that you are in metabolic dysfunction. And there are graduated peaks and valleys in all of this. But that's the symptoms in the beginning, but they get progressively worse over time. If the cravings are, I mean, you just can't stop eating. The sleep gets much worse. But also, if you're now dealing with high blood pressure, high blood sugars, high triglycerides, and now if you've moved into type 2 diabetes, you are seriously dealing with metabolic dysfunction. If you can't lose the weight, if you got a lot of fat, that visceral fat that you see that you can't get rid of, that is all under the umbrella of metabolic dysfunction. Well, you can see from the picture I showed you, I look really good. I'm gonna say it. I look really good. And people have keep coming up to me and say, Claudia, you look fantastic. You look younger than you did before. And as you can see, I let my hair go white because I just felt this is a new me. I'm going to embrace who I am. So what this program has done, I never dealt with type 2 diabetes, so I'm very grateful for that. I did not have high blood pressure. I'm very grateful. I was borderline on the blood pressure, but this program was initially designed for people with type 2 diabetes. And what it does is it starts leveling out the blood sugars even in the first week, but it deals with overall health. Now, I have a client who dealt with liver problems, fatty liver. Well, this goes right after the visceral fat. Now, visceral fat will attach itself to our organs, and that will start creating problems. Well, within a few months, she went to her doctor and her liver was clean. Now, I have talked about the fact that I take a holistic approach to my health. And I'm going to give this a caveat because for those who are on meds, I do not discount medication. I do not discount what the doctors do to help people, get healthy, the blood pressure down, bring the cholesterol down, take control of diabetes. But my personal feeling is that these meds are masking the symptoms. We need to get to the root cause of what is causing the metabolic dysfunction. And that comes from the need for proper nutrition, proper health, proper healthy attitudes toward our health. And the program that I am coaching is all about proper nutrition. It's all the nutrients, minerals, and vitamins you need on a daily basis. But what I love about it, this is not a one size fits all. And that's the problem with a lot of programs. Everybody's going to take to the same thing. Well, no, you're not me. I'm not you. So what's right for me is not right for you. And we have to take that into consideration. So every person needs to fill out a wellness survey because we need to know what you're dealing with and what program would be right for you. Like for me, I couldn't eat gluten, so I was on the gluten-free program. We have programs for teenagers. I don't know about you, but I've noticed a lot of young people are obese. And statistics say that this is the first generation of young people that may not outlive their parents. That is a frightening statistic. Obesity is over 30% of the population, not to mention just being overweight, but it goes deeper than just being. How much time have you tried doing willpower? Well, willpower and motivation falls flat after a while. It comes from needing support and having a structure and having a community that can give you what you need to be motivated into doing the program well and reaching your goals. And as I said, I'm a coach. So, but every single coach in this program has been through the program. My coach's coach lost 150 pounds. She was just recently featured on People magazine. This program works, and we are on a mission to reverse metabolic dysfunction, to educate people of what they're dealing with. It's not just about eating too much. Well, yeah, there's that too. But it comes from the cravings. It comes from the metabolism not working. Okay, so I am in a place now that I have been coached. I still have my coach. I'm human. I go off a little bit, but I know what to do when I come back, and I'm right back on track. But now, because I've been through it, I know what it's about. I have such empathy toward my clients. There's no judgment here. There was no judgment to me. It's because I've been through it. I recognize the issues. Now, I was just talking with somebody who is a potential client, and because medication has caused weight with this person, I could relate. I could talk to him about what I went through because of the steroids and what it did to me. And then I shared with him testimonials from the community about others who have had deal with weight gain because of medication. So it's getting to the root of the problem. And I'm coming to you because, from a scriptural perspective, our bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit. God made amazing machines. We are made in His image. But life happens. I mean, I'm going to be very real here. I eat very healthy food because of the chemicals and the junk that is in our food supply. And okay, I'm a mini little RFK Jr. here in terms of the stuff that we are ingesting because of the bad nutrition that we have taken over in this country. So I implore you to at least start eating healthy. I am educating you. And if you are recognizing that you have these issues and you need to learn more and you need support, please reach out and contact me because I would love to chat with you. I would love to find out how I can assist you, how I can best serve you. We also have programs for teenagers and nursing mothers. And the babies do better when the mothers are on the program because the mothers are getting all of this wonderful nutrition. So there is this amazing support system. So when you have support, when you have clarity of what's going on, when you can get into a consistency, it makes a difference. I have been doing this now for 2.5 years, and I have lost my weight in 8 months. So I have been in my goal weight for 9 months, for 2 years. It's about a lifestyle. It's about a mindset. It's about getting your body on track as to where you were created to be. So recognize that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit. Recognize that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and God made you. You are a fine-tuned instrument that life tends to go blow up. Okay, so I want to encourage you that you don't are not lacking the willpower. You're not lacking the wherewithal to get healthy. But when you have that structure, when you have that consistency, when you have that support, when you have the proper nutrition, when you're drinking water, and I'm going to be very blunt here, get off the soda. It's got tons of sugar in it and carbonation. Here's the point. Carbonation will put on weight. Okay? I have not had a soda. It's got to be over, I don't know, maybe 25 years. And that's way before I've been on this program because of what I was dealing with the steroids and the weight gain and all of that. I made sure I was getting healthy, trying to eat healthy, organic, and all that kind of stuff, but I wasn't seeing any change because my metabolism was so seriously affected that I needed to be on a program that was designed to reverse my metabolism, reset it, and revive my life. So here I am. I'm so grateful. And I give God all the glory because He's guided my steps to connect with this woman who is my coach. And now I can help people. And we are on a mission. We are going to go global. I believe it's this year. We're going global. So we are not only hitting the United States, we're going around the world now. Because not just the United States has this problem, the world has this problem. And we need to take hold. We need to get that ability to say no more to the way you do things. This is where the mindset comes in. This is where the mindset comes in. I mean, I've had clients who've fallen off, and my heart breaks. because we have made food an idol. But sometimes it's not just because of that, it's because of what we deal with, and we've got all these cravings. And it's this snowball effect that keeps going down and down and down, and then we lose hope and blah, 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 blah. Let me be your hope. Let me be your hope. Just like my coach was my hope, and she still is. This community is so powerful, it's so strong, and she has her coach, and so on and so on and so on. When you have that network, when you have that support system, you can do it. I was able to do it. I felt like a failure. It's not about failing. It's about knowing how to do it, what to do, and being in the right system. Do you want to get off meds? Do you want to have your blood pressure come down naturally? Do you want to attack the type 2 diabetes? Do you want to get the blood sugars under control and get the cholesterol down? There's an answer, and it goes beyond meds. So I'm being very real here. Like I said, I'm not being salesy. I'm educating you because I had to get educated. I thought I knew stuff. I did a lot of research throughout the years. But God led me. He put my feet on the path. Take this opportunity to examine your life, examine what you're doing. And if you are as fed up as I was, even though I lost my hope, I still had that little sliver in me that said, okay, fine, I'll do it. I'll try it again. And I'm grateful I did because my life has completely changed. I'm the Energizer Bunny now. I sleep better. I'm in size smalls, an extra smallest. I've never thought I'd ever say that in my life. And it's not, as I said, it's not about a way. It's not just about the scale. It's about the we call them NSVs, non-scale victories. How is your health doing? Has the cholesterol come down? Have you been getting off the diabetic meds? These are the things we monitor. Have you seen the visceral fat go down? You're losing that rubber tire in the middle, women. Are you losing that beer belly, men? That's where it's coming from. So I encourage you. Sorry, very emotional because this has really touched my life on so many levels. I encourage you to take a moment to wake up your metabolism.